So we finally reached the point where Hollywood has become so obsessed with its own reflection that it started making movies that feel like a private Zoom call between agents in Malibu. Enter Outcome. On paper, it's a slam dunk. Keanu Reeves, the internet's collective boyfriend, plays a Hollywood star named Reef Hawk, who's trying to scrub his past clean after 5 years of sobriety. It's meta, it's timely, and it's directed by Jonah Hill. It should have been a sharp, acidic bite into the jugular of cancel culture. Instead, what we got was a limp, soggy noodle of a film that's so convinced of its own brilliance, it forgot to actually be a movie. I wanted to love this. I really did. I saw the trailer and thought, finally, Keanu gets to lean into the nice guy mythos and show us the gears turning underneath. But watching Outcome is like being invited to a high-end dinner party where the host spends the entire night explaining why the salt he bought is artisanal. It's an 83-minute vanity project that feels like it's 4 hours long because absolutely nothing of consequence happens. Jonah Hill had all the ingredients: a massive Apple TV budget, a killer cast, and a premise that writes itself. And he managed to burn the kitchen down while making a bowl of cereal. Let's talk about the plot, if we can even call it that. Reef Hawk is being extorted over a video from his dark past. To stop the leak, he has to make amends with the people he wronged. It's a classic redemption structure, right? Wrong. In a functional screenplay, actions have consequences. Here, Reef's journey feels less like a moral reckoning and more like a celebrity doing a mandatory PR apology tour. He goes from point A to point B, not because of internal growth, but because the script told him to get in the car. There is no tension. There is no stakes. If the video leaks, what happens? He loses a brand deal? In the world Jonah Hill built, we never feel the weight of the sword hanging over Reef's head. It's just a minor inconvenience, like a cracked phone screen. The dialogue is where the wheels truly fall off and roll into a ditch. It's the cinematic equivalent of exposure RTM. Characters don't talk. They deliver Wikipedia summaries of their feelings. When Reef meets his old girlfriend, played by Welker White, she doesn't just interact with him. She gives a PowerPoint presentation on why he was a jerk 10 years ago. It's stiff, it's unnatural, and it sounds like a first draft that someone forgot to polish. It's as if the actors are reading their lines off a teleprompter hidden behind a palm tree. And then there's Jonah Hill himself as Ira, the crisis lawyer. Look, I love Jonah as an actor, but his performance here is like a mosquito buzzing in your ear during a funeral. He calls everyone Bubby, with a pronunciation so cursed it makes my skin crawl. It's a look-at-me performance in a movie that already has too much of it. When a director casts himself in a role this annoying, it's a clear sign that no one on set had the guts to tell him no. It's the ultimate yes man production. But wait, there's a flicker of light in this dark room, and I do mean dark because the lighting in this movie is abysmal. Why is everything so yellow? Why can't I see anyone's face? It looks like they filmed it through a jar of honey. Anyway, the one moment of genuine brilliance is Martin Scorsese. Yes, that Scorsese. He plays Reef's former agent, Richie "Red" Rodriguez, in a scene set in a bowling alley. For 5 minutes, the movie actually wakes up. Scorsese delivers a masterclass in acting by doing the one thing no one else in the film does. He feels like a real human being. His reaction to Reef's apology isn't a tearful embrace. It's a cold, hard truth about how little Reef actually mattered to him. It's sharp, it's mean, and it's the only time the movie has any teeth. Then the scene ends, and we're back to the honey-filtered boredom. The point of failure for Outcome is its complete lack of identity. It wants to be a black comedy, but it isn't funny. It wants to be a drama, but it has the emotional depth of a puddle. It wants to be a satire of fame, but it's too scared to actually say anything bad about famous people. It's like a Tesla on autopilot. It looks sleek and expensive, but there's nobody behind the wheel, and it's slowly drifting into a concrete barrier. In the broader context of 2026, Outcome represents the worst trend in streaming, the algorithm movie. Apple TV is clearly trying to compete with HBO by throwing money at big names, but they're forgetting that a list of famous people is not a substitute for a soul. We're seeing a surge of these mid-tier celebrity ego trips that exist only because a contract was signed, not because a story needed to be told. This movie won't be a cult classic. It won't even be a "so bad it's good" meme. It will be the movie you see on your dashboard in 3 months and think, wait, did I already watch that? Oh yeah, the one where Keanu looked sad in a yellow room. Should you watch it? Only if you're a completionist who needs to see every frame of Keanu Reeves' career. If you want a real exploration of fame and ego, go watch Birdman or even The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Those films actually have a pulse. Outcome is just an 83-minute flatline. It's a waste of a great cast, a waste of a great premise, and most importantly, a waste of your Sunday night.